and I didn't, but I can walk you through what I do and then just answer any questions and still get people off here on a decent time. So my team and I found, I'm going to share my screen too so I can show you some stuff. My team and I, so a little background on my team, we are all in a like full-time job outside of Beachbody. And when you are home with kids, I consider that a full-time job too, or out working, our time was just, it was too hard to figure out how to keep opening these groups over and over again. And so what we started doing was just running large groups, and we found that that was the best way to keep people going. We were moving people every single month, and we were losing people, and it was so annoying, and we couldn't keep groups straight, and our people were posting all over the place. And so on one of our team calls, we were like, we're done. We're just going to start running online groups or ongoing. So it actually started, and I would suggest doing this. This is my first tip. If you are going to do this, run it with a couple coaches, because you need to develop the culture of a really strong challenge group. I would argue that the thing my team does the best, and I'm not like, we're not better than anyone, I'm just saying, sorry, I'm just like, the thing that I think we've really worked on and honed in on is running challenge groups. And that's our strength as a team. And I think it's because we started together. So whoever wanted to run the challenge group together, we brought our 10 people in. And our limit that we tried to keep to was about 60 to 70 people, and we didn't like to go beyond that. So I would really suggest, if you're going to do this, that you start together. Our team still calls it, or our challenge group still call it, like the great divorce of last year, when we finally had to split apart, and they will still like talk about how they had to leave this group of people. But we started together, we brought all our challengers together, and that way each of us had about 3 to 4 super active challengers, and that was the key to getting our challenge groups going. So then what we do, and I'm just going to share this with you, is a couple things. So, and I'm always more than happy to share files. Oops, there's our Team Cup stuff. Always more than happy to share files, so let me know. So a couple things that we have. One, we created a challenge group resource folder. We also found we were doing the same things every month. Like, I could not keep telling people the same things every month. So we have a challenge group resource folder that has also been instrumental. So first step, join together with a couple coaches. Then you have your rock stars all presenting. We have a folder with information on each of the programs. We have recipes. We have meal planning sheets. So like if you look in here, and this was just all of us putting our things together. There were some I made, some other people made, a sample meal plan. But this way it was a spot for people to find everything they needed. The other thing that we started doing when we ran this big, large challenge group, because the challenge is, how do you do it every month and still get people trained, right? Here's what we did, and it has turned out to be wonderful. So every single month, what we do is we have planned out our next 4 months challenge groups and the date they're going to start. And then each month we come up with a new theme, and we switch the cover photo. I'll show you in my challenge group. We switch the cover photo. We do themed weeks, but it's different every single month. There's a new theme to what we're doing. Then, fair question. So then how we bring the new people in is we each start a private message with just our new people. And I'm like, hey, this is your safe space for your first 2 months. Like, get to know these people. We're going to work together. You're going to be in the big challenge group, and I know it's going to be scary, but you've got this little safe space. So that's how our new challengers feel comfortable then, is they have their own little space and private access to me or whoever their coach is. Then, and I can't encourage this enough, this took us a long time.
Megan, that's just a one-on-one message thread then?
It's whoever's my new challengers. So each month there's a new, so, but that gives them that like little connection that the smaller, you know. So then what we created was a new challenger training. And I think this is probably the strongest thing we do then. So there's a welcome. We are big on meal plans. I know that's like a source of contention, but I think they're easy to write. So our reward, because it's free, is often if you buy Shaco, we give you 4 weeks of meal plans, and we have like a resource folder of a gazillion of them. But it's cheap, and then my coaches don't have to like pay gifts or thank yous. We just give meal plans. So our challengers get a complimentary 4 weeks of meal plans. They get that resource folder. You guys can all see this document, yes? Okay. We have group expectations, what we expect from them. And then we have 8 different trainings for them on each of the topics that we think are important. So we have a clean eating video, and this is actually me. And it's a video where I walk through what is clean eating, and I show them my cupboard, and it's, just like goofy little video. And then we have the resources. I think this is Rachel, and she walks them through how to find on demand and how to do. I mean, we like really handhold. And again, I know some people feel differently about this. We just found that if we were going to run this ongoing group, we had to do some of this hand holding in the background. And now that it's all made, it's so simple. So this gets posted in the group message. And each day I'm like, okay, guys, I want you to get through posts 1 through 2 today and share your responses in the tiny little group message. So that my newbies are still getting the training, but meanwhile, they're watching all of my old people post and share and all these different things, and they want to be part of that too. So then we have what is the fix? How do you meal plan and what do you grocery shop? Our tips, Shakeology tips, coffee tips, water tips, and then the logistics and what to expect again in the group and just some kind of reminders on that. And then we do like a prep rally on the Sunday before we start. So this, I think, really helps to not miss that component of training the new people in. Does this make sense so far? Anyone have questions? I can't see anyone, so ask if you do.
Run your groups on Facebook or in the app?
All on Facebook. What I found is that on the app, we lost the camaraderie. The 2 things I push in our challenge groups are humor and vulnerability. And so I often have to get really vulnerable in my challenge groups. And as a result, like just last week, like a girl had a miscarriage and she turned to our group, and the whole group just kind of like bonded together. And I have really we all really work hard to get them to be vulnerable. And in the app, you couldn't do that. Like someone would post and it would just be gone and you couldn't respond. So Facebook was what worked for us. So, yeah. Any other questions about what I've just said so far? Okay, so my group, every month I change it. Every month there's the challenger of the month, and I found people like love it. I don't know why, but I found this like stupid little tank top on Amazon, and it's the Starbucks girl, but she's like flexing like this, and it's like $10. My challengers think it is the coolest thing on the face of the earth, and so every month someone is the new challenger of the month, and they get the Starbucks strong girl, and like they think it's so cool. That cost me $10 a month to do, and then their photo ends up on the cover photo each month. And the theme of the group ends up on the cover. I change the theme here, or change the name here, okay? And then my topics will change. So you can see some old ones here. During Christmas, it was holiday recipes. We've done mental challenges, but each month, each week is a different theme. So right now, our theme in the morning is food prep, and our theme in the evening is consistency. And I'll often recycle back to old things if I notice. Like right now, I've noticed a lot of my challengers are not food prepping. I have a ton of newbies, and so I was like, we're going back to food prep. So it's really simple little things. I always in my announcements have a schedule of what the week looks like. So this is the first thing they see, so they know we do weigh-in on Wednesdays. We've started trying to do a live team Zoom on Fridays, and if anyone wants to join us, we would love it. We have gotten a couple people, and those who keep forgetting are really excited and want to. Saturdays is something one of my coaches started, and they grade themselves. We're trying to get people away from so much being scale focused, and so they give themselves an A, B, C, or D grade and talk about why and what they're going to do to improve. We do a lot of goal setting and food preps on Sundays, so they see that right away in my challenge group. But the other thing that I started doing in our challenge group too to help was I created units. So if you switch over to a social learning group, you can create units. And this was another way to help keep this group kind of going too. We were sharing all the Shakeology recipes. I just felt like it was so confusing and I was losing things. So now there's a whole page of cafe latte, strawberry, greenberry, all the shake flavors. I have recipes there for them. Recipes by meal. I'll often, if I find something good, I'll pin it here for them so they can come here and look for recipes. we've got progress trackers. We often do before and after pictures, so they've got a folder of that. I make goofy playlists, so I like to dance and be really goofy, so they get my playlist if I make one, and then here's that resource folder that they have as well. So that is kind of the nuts and bolts of how I run it, just so you guys can kind of see what I do. Type A, excuse me, teacher over here. Each month I make a new spreadsheet, and my coaches actually get this too. I think one of the hardest things for a new coach is to manage it all, and I can do it. So I happily share this with my team. So my team, my coaches have a folder too of themed, I'm sorry, this is like blocking my, of themed challenge groups that we do. Coach resources, here we go. So we have a folder of themed challenge groups, and then we reuse this. You can see this here, but this is when we started doing it. So We're Calling Pineapples was 80-day obsession, and in there you would find the posting guide like this, and this tells my coaches, if they want to use this, what to do in the morning and what to do in the evening, and then they put their own twist on it. Love Your Body is often a like a Valentine's Day one that we have done. And I know we worked on that one together as a team on the run. 25 Days of Christmas. I mean, you get the idea here. So in this, whatever graphics I have made, I put in here. And if my team makes something, we put it in here. So we share those. And then there's this posting guide for them too. And again, then these themes change each month. And we try and do either what our group needs, what the season is, you know, whatever kind of seems to be the feel for the time. So that's really all I've got. What questions can I answer though, so that I'm covering it all? Anybody?
Meg, I think you've got a couple questions in the chat.
Oh, okay. I can't see. I gotta stop this share. I can't see anything. Oh, there's the chat. Okay. What app do you use to make your cover pages? I use Maddie Thompson now, but this is very recent for me to use her. I think that PicMonkey does the best of allowing you to change it. That was the one I used. PicMonkey will save what you have worked on, and then you can just go in and change things. So it keeps it really simple for you. Oh, are you all doing different workouts? Yeah, so that's a great question. My group also loves to do things together. So I'm often writing hybrids if there isn't a new program out. If there is a new program out, I really push it hard. We always start a week late, simply because I can never get my act together enough to be ready, usually by the date the program releases. And I will not run a group until I've hit SC. That's like my thing. It's something I impress on all my coaches too. Like, you cannot run a group till you've hit SC. So I always wait a week until after launch. So we all just started T20 yesterday, but I have a big group of them. So then what has naturally happened is I have a big group of them who didn't want to pay, which is totally cool. They're regular purchasing of everything. They all teamed up and decided to do P90X3 together. So it often ends up where people are like, hey, who wants to do this? Or I'll make a poll, like, here's our options. I'll try and write fun hybrids. The beginning of this month, I wrote like a 21-day mix or 21-day fixed remix calendar where I used all the new 21-day programs, kind of trying to get them prepared for autumn's new release in March. So before like Lift 4 released, we did a hybrid of Lift 4, Core to Force, and then other fun things. I don't know. So I kind of am always thinking about what's coming ahead and work on like a little hybrid for my team. But yeah, that's what we do. I do think it's important to get people doing similar workouts, or at least a couple groups of people. I think that helps with camaraderie, because then you can all complain about how sorry you are that day. Can you share this presentation with us? Yeah, just tell me what you want me to share. I will share anything and everything. I'm a Google Doc. I couldn't share the different topics. Yeah, what which the themes, or Anita asked me, tell me more what you want to hear. I don't know what she's now. Anita, can you hear me? Oh, new challenger. Oh, the new challenger training. Yeah. I can share it with you. You probably just want to do your own videos, but new challenger training.
You don't want us to show our challengers you as your
You can. I mean, I have this. They're really bad videos.
No, they don't care. You know.
I know. Yeah, they're. It was also, you guys, just if you are helping new coaches get started, honestly, giving each of my coaches a topic to do was, I think, really good for them. Like, they felt then really confident that they had done something and contributed to the team. So it was cool. So we do what is clean eating. Do you want me just to share this doc? Is that easier? Okay.
Yeah, that'd be easier. I don't know if you can hear me.
Yeah, I can just share this doc. It's probably a lot easier for me. Okay. There we go. All right, here is my training doc. Yeah, I can share the resource folder for sure. Any other questions, you guys? Does this help? Not help? I don't.
This is huge because
I think it's awesome.
This is huge because I struggle. I mean, it's the exact same thing. Just starting over every month or every 60 days or every 8 weeks or whatever the program is, and then like Bethany and I run a lot of our groups together, and we're always shuffling the same repeaters from group to group to group, and then adding. You know what? I know you know it, and this is really helpful.
Okay.
Yeah, I just created a large page and I linked a page from that for coaches, so they can go. They'll be a part of the community group that I created, and then the coaches can go on and go into the coach group from there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, I mean, I'm going to tell you, once you build that camaraderie, it's hard to split them up. But what's neat now is like all my challengers have become friends with all my coaches, and I see them interacting on Facebook. So, I mean, that's been a really cool part of it too. Somebody said, do you keep a lot of the same people every month? Yes. My group who stays with me is probably about 50 to 60 a month. And you guys, like, I will tell you, that is where my referrals come from, my volume comes from, and I don't even have like crazy volume like Jess does, but I mean, that is where I get, like, these people are so loyal. I would say 70% of them are discount coaches. I mean, that's where they become loyal to you once they stay with you. And I think that has been the other thing we have found. They want to be part of that family. I have several who are discount coaches who are like, could we go to Summit and just like hang out? I mean, they don't even want to be coaches. They just like are so wanting to be part of the culture, which is cool. So what I do, you guys, also just kind of a heads up, it depends, you'll know. But lurkers, I hate lurkers, and my group knows that. And I will get in and I will be like, listen, there's a lot of lurkers. If you're not active, you're out. And I say it a lot nicer, but I will put a post up and I'll say, if you don't comment on this post, I'm removing you from the group. And I will remove them from the group. Like, they know. And my rule is always like twice a week, you can click a like and tell someone good job, and I'm very, very nice, like so nice, because I never want it to hurt friendships. But I'm extremely nice when I do that, but I do remind them, like, they know, like, we're not going to lurk in here. What's the key to converting a challenger to a coach? Like a working coach, Tammy, or a discount? Oh, can I unmute her, Jessica?
Oh, I can unmute. I would like a working coach. I've tried to get some people to do discount, and they're just like, I'm not into it. And I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out like how I can convert anybody to be a coach.
Yeah.
I believe, and I love it so much.
So I, first off, have started using, when we went to Vegas, Danielle Natoni gave us her script for how she upsells. I use that with every single person I sign. And now my discount coach sign up is even more. But what I have found is now these people, because they signed up as a coach, their mentality has switched a little bit. And they're like posting I'm like, do you guys want to coach? They're like, no. And I go on Instagram and they're sharing everything. They're like, their workouts, their before and after photos. I'm like, you guys are coaching. Like, oh no, we don't want to. So I'm just like patiently letting them, but they're assigned as a coach. So I can share that too if you want. But basically, the second somebody says yes, and every time I send this script, I want to vomit. I'm like, they're going to say no. They're going to tell me I am terrible, and they're going to say no. But as soon as they say yes, the next thing you say is, so quick question before we get started. I just need to know how you want to sign up. Do you want to sign up as a challenger or as a discount coach? Basically, they're the same thing, but if you sign up as a discount coach, you'll get your next month's products for 25% off. And I have an exact script I can share with you. I have had no one get mad at me. People are either like, nope, I just want to do a challenger, or they're like, yeah, I like a discount, why not? And then they just like sign up as a discount coach. And then the script follows that and asks them if they'd like to build their cart in any way. And I am not as successful at that, but I've never had anyone like shut me down. So I don't, so I can share that too.
Thank you.
Converting to just discount coaches, what I have found too, you guys, is just I'll look, and if they've ordered for 2 months, I'll message them and be like, oh my God, I just saw, this is what I was like, oh my God, I just saw you ordered again. We need to register you as a discount coach. You can be saving $18 a month on this. And people are like, oh, okay, yeah, I'll do that. And it's like a no-brainer. And I always, always, always say there are 0 strings attached. You can cancel us at any time, but if you're going to be drinking the product or using anything else, get the discount. And they like that, So does that help?
Thank you.
Yes, I'll find that other one. But Danielle Natoni's thing is the scariest thing you will do, but it works. So, okay. Any other questions? Sorry, I'm digging right now, so I can't see.
Hey, Meg, can you hear?
Question. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I just had one quick question. I had someone sign up this week. I'm starting a challenge group next week with 80 Day, and she asked me if it was possible to do, because if you break up the 80 Day, it's 180 for the year, or essentially 15 a month. She asked me if she could pay a monthly fee, and I didn't have that answer for her. I said I'd find out.
I mean,
like a monthly fee for the challenge pack, like to break the challenge pack into installments?
Yeah.
No,
okay.
No, because it just gets, you can through like the beachbody.com site, but not through a coach, because it would F up your commission. Like,
Got it. Okay.
I can't even register with you, I don't think.
Okay.
Yeah, they don't get signed. They can't sign up with you if they want to pay in installments.
Got it. Okay. Thank you.
And they pay like $50 more.
Yeah.
It's insane. So
no.
Yeah. So the script I just gave you guys is also the selling script I give my coaches. So it's first, it like walks them through everything they should ever say. It also has like how to do a cold invite, responses they might get and how to handle it, how to follow up. And then the cart building script is the one that I was just mentioning. So, yeah.
Hey, Meg, who leads with you?
I'm solo now. I have too many who come over with me, but when we would have 4 to 5 of us running, the rule was you had to have, if you were going to run the group, you had to have SC points on the board. And if you didn't have SC points, you couldn't run the group. I think that helped some of my coaches push a little bit more because they wanted to lead, you know what I mean? And so then we would split up the days. I usually took more days than other people, just because my coaches didn't have as many. But yeah, we would just split up the days, and that's how we would do it. Does that make sense? Is that what you were asking?
Yeah. And then how many people are doing it? Does it feel like it's too busy ever, like the thread in your
yeah, so that's why I said I have found about 60 to 70 is the magic number, because not everyone can post every day. We have tried a lot of different things with this. Kristen's group, ongoing group, she now is broken off and runs with her coaches. They do a morning check-in post, and her group loves that. They think it's the greatest thing. My group, I tried that and everyone hated it. So, like I feel out the group all this. I am always asking my group too what they want. I think, like they're who I'm here for. So we tried it and my group hated it. My group loves to have a clogged feed. They say that's what motivates them. So I think that, I don't know if that helps, but Ask your people. Try both. Yeah, we've tried it all. We've tried doing the stories. Nobody really liked that. My people love to have sweaty selfies pop up in their feed a zillion times to remind them they need to get up and work out. So that's what works for them. We also do a midday water check-in and food check-in. So every day at noon, I post a Shakeology recipe. I literally copy and paste one from beachbody.com. And then it's like a simple, like, yo, check in. Where's your water? Where's your food? What do you need to work on? I think that helps people too. I don't know if they like the recipes or not, but I don't know. I figure it's not going to hurt to see a yummy Shakeout recipe every day. No, they like the water check-in. They love checking in on their water too. That's the other thing my group loves to check in on. So they're quirky, but I love them. Anything else? I hope this was helpful, you guys. I feel like I was just rambling along.
Super, super, super helpful. I'm guessing I'm speaking for everybody.
Okay, good. I can't recommend it enough. It is my challenge group now, you guys, and they get together. It's so cool. It's like, I love them. They're awesome. So, anybody else?
How long did it take you to like get that bigger core group of people, of like challengers who are very consistent?
A long time. A long time. I guess I just, it was kind of like running my Sunday team calls. It took like 7 months before like more than one person showed up, but I just like, I know as women, I feel like we're looking to be part of something bigger. And so I just kept pushing. I was like, I know we can do this. And tried to allow them to do more of the talking than me. Does that make sense? Making it their group. It's not my group, it's their group. But I think doing programs together and getting them to be friends, if we would have done that sooner, I think we would have seen a more consistent rate sooner. Does that make sense?
Yeah, totally.
We've also done something we've done that has been really successful is like buddy challenges, but people can't last 3 weeks. We'll do it for a week. So like quick buddy challenges for the week. We'll do little contests, but I try and keep them only a week long. People can't seem to go much longer than that. So I don't know. But I would say in the beginning, we did a lot of vulnerability, a lot of it. Like, and you have to get really vulnerable. Like I had to share some, so you got to be comfortable with that too, I think. Yeah. But I think I think it can happen a lot faster than it happened for me. I didn't know what I was doing. So anybody else? Oh, I'm glad it helped.
So super, super helpful. Thank you.
Good. This is a much better way to end my day.
I appreciate it. Thank you for taking the time out. Thank you, ladies, for being patient.
Yeah, thank you,
technical
guys.
difficulties. And Meg, I'm like so fired up right now. So thank you.
It's fun. It really is. Like theme it out, find goofy things. It's fun. It makes challenge. I don't hate challenge groups. That's probably my favorite thing is the challenge group now. So I would say go for it. So let me know if you need anything else. I'll be happy to share. Whatever you guys need. So
okay.
Okay.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Thank you, ladies. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.